Hello and welcome to Casi University. In this video, we'll show you how to use the events mode feature for single entry events, employee meal access, or for ticketing, badging, or perks or issuing of perks at various events. Now we assume in this video that you have XPressEntry installed, which you see in the middle of my screen here, and that you have your handheld installed and connected, which you see on the far right of my screen. Now, the events mode is not enabled by default. So we'll have to go into the settings here, tools, settings. Let's select under general, you see events. Hit save and the events mode tab should be enabled immediately. Now to create a new event, all you need to do is to click add new at the bottom here. Type the name of the event. Let's call this Casi-rusco outdoor event. Give it a date, time, and the other features that are here. Let me just expand this so we can see. We have a feature called single scan enabled. That feature tells the system to allow a user just once into the system, and this is useful for things such as meal ticketing, for issuing of perks. Maybe if you want to give gift backs to your guests after an event, this feature is very useful to ensure that a user only passes through the gate once or receives a perk once. So hit save. Now the next thing to do is to provide access to this event. So let's go into the next tab, which is the attendee list. So you can either provide access to a certain company, let's say to Casi-rusco Europe and Casi-rusco USA, or you can provide access based on the access groups. In this case, I can just select the all access group, or you can provide specific access to users. Please note that you can actually load these users into the system. If you want to do sort of a ticketing system, you can load users, provide a barcode, and grant access to the event. So let's just add specific users here and hit save. The next thing to do is to go back to the handheld and to start the event. But remember that the events feature is not enabled by default. So let's go back into the settings and enable this on the handheld. And let's go into reader profiles, handheld functionality, and let us click enable events. So back at the handheld, we can go and switch mode, go into events mode. Now you can see the list of events that are coming on. This is the Casi-rusco outdoor event, so you can click the events and click begin event. Now it's as simple as presenting your badge to the reader just like any other entry. So let's present the badge. And you'll get an access granted or an access denied depending on if this person has access to the event, if they're on the list, or if they're not on the list. Like in this case, this person is not on the list, so that will be flagged on the device. Now remember that we enabled single scan. If you look here, we enable single scan. So if a user tries to come the second time, it would flag that a prior entry was recorded. This can be disabled, and this will grant access to users even if they come multiple times. At the end of an event, we have the reports on the server, and this is stored on the server and it will only be deleted if you delete it from the system. So if you see past events I've created in the past, all the reports will be stored there. Now, there are other ways you can archive your events. You can either delete them when you're done with them, or you can archive them, or you can group them other events. So for instance, let's say we want to group this Casi-rusco outdoor event under the VIP gala, for instance. So we go back into the info and we can select the parent events and just look for the VIP gala and hit save. That will now be grouped under the VIP gala. This is useful if you have events that are recurring. So in this case, for instance, this HSC training, if you see here, we have training for March, training for April, or for the diving training, you see we have the diving training itself and a swimming basic lesson. Another thing you can do with events is to archive them. So if you don't want the events to show up on this pane, you can just click archive and they will be hidden, only to be viewed when you click on the show archive button, which is hidden at the bottom here. So let's say we want to archive this swimming basic lesson. You just need to hit archive here and hit save, and it will be delisted, as you can see. Now, if you want to look at the archived events, you can just click here and they will all be listed there. Now, this brings an end to the events feature. Please feel free to reach out to us at helpdesk@Telarus.com for any technical queries, or sales@Telarus.com for any product inquiries. Thank you.